Dr. Brad DeBells, and this is Ask Brad. So there are a lot of different types of weed control out there on the market. One of the types is a selective herbicide, which is something that we use here at Weedman, where it's only targeting particular weeds in your lawn. Another type is non-selective, something like Roundup that you can purchase at a lot of your home improvement stores. This type of herbicide is non-selective, so it's going to kill anything you put it on. A lot of folks will use this maybe in their rock beds or mulch beds, but we never recommend using this on your home lawns because if you do, it's going to kill everything that it touches. And always make sure, no matter what herbicide you're using, follow labeled rates. You very rarely need a lot of product or material to get your desired needs. So it's really important for a lot of these herbicides that those weeds emerge from the soil for us to spray them. If they haven't emerged, we're not going to be able to have any control of those weeds. So you want to make sure that your lawn care company is coming out there when these weeds have finally emerged from the soil. Once the weeds have been treated with any herbicide, it usually will take 1 to 2 weeks to see any effects on those weeds, but oftentimes you will see curling and some dieback within 2 to 4 days. So one of the best things you can do to avoid any weeds in your lawn is to make sure that you have proper fertilization, that your mowing height is right. We always recommend mowing around 3 inches, nothing less than 2.5, because what's going to happen is if you mow too low, you're going to be scalping your turf, which can be damaging to that particular plant, but also you're going to be exposing a lot of soil to sunlight in those warmer conditions where seeds can germinate. It's no different than what we see in a forest. When a tree falls down, some of those trees that are smaller or shrubs that are smaller grow into that open space. So having grass that is extremely dense and well fertilized will very oftentimes kind of choke out any of those weeds and not allow them to grow. So really that nice, thick, dense turf is your best prevention against weeds. Dr. Brad. I tried an all-natural Pinterest weed control project I saw in fall of last year. It was made with salt, dish soap, and vinegar. It destroyed the areas of my lawn I sprayed, and now I have an ugly, bare, brown spots. What did I do, and how can I fix it? My first recommendation here for Angela or any of you that are looking for an all-natural or homegrown chemical to put on your lawn is that I would avoid any of those products and only use products that are labeled for your turf to make sure that you don't have this situation. In this case where Angela was mixing salt, dish soap, and vinegar, it was more likely the vinegar that killed the grass. This particular product is no different than glyphosate. So anything that you sprayed that on, it will kill that material. These areas that were damaged are likely going to require reseeding to come back. Depending on how big they are, if they're really small, they might come back on their own and creep from the sides, but it's likely you'll need to reseed those areas that have been killed. So keep in mind, any of these products that are not labeled for lawn care use or control of weeds in your lawn is against the law to apply because it's not labeled for that use.